Many a times a question pops in my mind. Is back to normal and not today? Which raises further doubt. Is my normal your normal? Was my normal always the same throughout my life? From nomadic herds to settled kingdoms to modern democracies. From no clothes to ill-fitting ones to tight-fitting ones to exposing ones. From raw food to canned food and now to cooked food. Normals were never the same. From lush greens at every corner of our sight, and now to buildings and automotives. The roots of those were plucked out, and instead seeds of religion, caste, and race were planted. And now they have grown to big oak and pine trees. Reforestation in a new way, which is never sustainable. But our idea of hunting for life has not changed. But the reason for hunting has definitely changed. Before, we used to hunt for food. Now we do it for resources and land. The idea of survival of fittest has changed to survival of my own race. Segregation is something in which we have become experts of, and the idea which is still there in our minds. Before, we could never predict what information the pigeons would bring to us. But now, the media news is so predictable. I mean, so predictable. The idea of stigmas has changed. From being black to being untouchable, to having an STD, to having depression. But the solution to none were found. And with each and every discovery in our life, problems just seem to be growing. Nones seem to decrease. And even our mindset has changed from living for a long time to living just now in the present. Alas, a question arises. Why are we comparing ourselves with someone else when their normals and our normals are never the same? What has remained normal throughout our lives except the cockroach? And why do we compare our yesterday with the today of today when yesterday's normal and today's normal are not the same? The idea that the changing normal is the new normal is the thing that we have to embrace in our times now. I don't know how many of you have understood it, but that is what we have to understand. And even by now, something must have changed and a new normal would have come to take on its place.